Hi everyone and welcome back to Money, Mortgage, Moving Out. I'm Sam and this is Pip.
Hi!
And in today's episode we're going to be talking about money and mental health.
I personally think that this is one of the most important topics that we can talk about.
For many people, money is a taboo subject and it's avoided talking about with family and friends.
But we want to get you talking about money in a more positive way so that you can get a healthier relationship with money. You will no doubt be familiar with the idea of self-care. Things like sleeping more, eating healthily, and just generally looking after yourself better. But have you ever thought about adding money into your list of priorities? We shouldn't be afraid to admit how bad money can make us feel. The shame and insecurity that we feel around having money worries and issues can make us feel awful, but a problem shared is a problem halved. There is a lot of debate around the idea of money can buy you happiness. There is no doubt that being in control of it, or believing that you're not in control of it, or not earning enough of it can have an impact on your well-being. Maybe you are not in a comfortable place with money. You can't afford to pay off your credit cards, you have debts, and you feel like you don't earn as much as your peers and you can't live their lifestyle. Or maybe your mental health affects your relationship with money, meaning that when you are struggling, you use spending money as a comfort.
Emotional spending and comparing ourselves to others can be detrimental, and although we are constantly compared to others, we are also told what we buy doesn't define us. But when looking at social media and influencers' lifestyles, when they're doing these experiences, going on holiday, spending their money, we can start to believe that we are inferior. But we recognise the damage that social media can cause on how we feel about our physical appearance. But have we ever thought how it makes us feel about our wealth or lack of?
Martin Lewis has founded an organisation called the Money and Mental Health Policy Institute.
And it believes that since the financial crisis, there has been a steady rise in mental health issues, particularly with those aged between 16 and 24.
Some young people have been affected by less stable job markets and insecure housing, which the organisation believes is having a major effect on their mental health.
And equally, there is a heavy pressure for you to present yourself as you're living your best life. And this creates a wedge between the life that you're actually living and the one they portray to their friends online.
This combination of financial insecurity and the idealisation of social media seems to be creating a toxic cocktail.
Although this organisation was set up to research the link between cash and our health, and a lot has been done to support people with mental health issues who are in debt,
but barely anything has been done to prevent it in the first place.
The Managing Director of Mental Health UK has set up the Mental Health and Money Advice Service, as he believes that money problems are widespread and many people are stressed and worried about money. Money and unhappiness are a vicious circle, and those with serious mental health conditions may be unable to carry on earning. Those who are struggling with their finances or the way that money makes them feel may be more likely to have mental health issues. If you ignore your finances, it will only make it worse, as the charges will get bigger and bigger on your debt, but no debt is too big to be solved. So to start with your money self-care, don't beat yourself up and don't label yourself as terrible with money. It is normal to feel like you're no good with money, but don't worry, it's not a personality trait. It is just a temporary state that you can address with a bit of perseverance. You can become someone who is good with money just by deciding to be so. Just write off what you've already spent and don't look back. Spend some time looking at your bank account and your bills, and your future spending is all that matters.
Let's talk about a few practical steps to make you feel better. Keep a money diary so you can see exactly when it is that you lose control of your finances, or when you may spend more money than normal to make you feel better. Budgeting can help you to keep control of when you're spending your money and where, and also to see clearly where your bills are going and where they go. File all of your paperwork in one area and keep it labelled.
Set yourself a regular time, maybe once a week or once a month, to take a look at your bills and your bank balance. So things don't get out of hand and they are easier to tackle. Try and unpick the mistakes that you are making and why you are making them. Where your fears about money come from and whether your fears are grounded in reality.
Don't go overboard with your budget to the point where you're upset if you don't meet it or you abandon it when it's not working. Some people's money worries come from being too obsessional and too organised when saving. Be realistic and give yourself some money for positive, indulgent things. We do earn money to pay bills, but we also earn it to enjoy our existence.
Confide in someone you trust, maybe family or friends, on how it is affecting you and potentially your mental health. You can also let them know about warning signs, so if they notice anything different about you, they can help you. If you find that hard, you can get free professional advice from the Money Advice Service and the Citizens Advice Bureau.
What to do when you feel overwhelmed. It's never too late to tackle debt, and there is a lot of free, anonymous advice out there. You are not alone, and if you feel like you're drowning in your debt, take a pause and look who you owe it to and whether it's a priority debt. Credit card debt is not a priority debt, however. Rental, council tax and energy supplier debts are, as you could lose your home or your heating or even go to prison in the case of council tax. If you contact your creditors and explain to them that you are struggling with money and seeking help, they should give you 30 days breathing space before they add on any interest or they chase the debt. You might need to show that you're doing something proactive to repay your debts. Your bank can take money from your current account if you have debt with them or another bank in the same group. So if you're struggling, especially with priority debts, it may be wise to keep your salary in a separate account. Step Change's online debt remedy tool is the best place to start if you want some free, anonymous advice. It will offer you a personal budget to help you with your money and tailored advice to your situation.
The most important thing to remember if you are worried about money is to take a moment and look at it, and look at your finances, start a budget, and check your bills and accounts regularly.
There is always help, so if you feel like you're getting out of control, make sure that you seek advice.
We have mentioned a few in this episode and we will link them down below.
Always remember that you are not alone. The majority of us label ourselves as bad with money, but you can change that simply by changing your mindset.
We hope you have found this episode informative and useful.
We would really appreciate it if you could like this video and also subscribe to our channel.
Also, head over to our Instagram and our TikTok at Money Mortgage Moving Out. But for now, we'll see you next time.
Much love!